Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I am here to share another list with you all, and it's British UK lesbian movies that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead go watch. I have done a previous list, so this will be another addition to that list. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with Blue Jean. It is a 2022 British drama film that serves as a powerful closeted lesbian gym teacher living in northern England in 1998. Jean is respected teacher by night shift, basically frequents a local lesbian bar with her girlfriend Viv, who is more open out and often clashes with Jean over, constant state of, caution. Things take a turn when Jean encounters with one of her students at the bar, and this actually ends up creating a lot of, problems and crisis for Jean as she's trying to navigate this whole situation and also try to be there for the student as she's also going through her own situations as well. Obviously, this actually ends up causing, conflict with her and her girlfriend as well, Viv, who has a whole different perspective on how things should be handled and how things should go. This movie is very popular. I don't feel like it doesn't need no introduction. It was very well seen, very well appreciated, and I've also done a review regarding it on the channel. If you guys are interested in actually watching it and supporting it, I will highly recommend you also go to Prime Video because there is where the movie is actually, in this case, available. And then moving forward, we have Butterfly Kiss. It is a 1995 film. The plot follows Eunice, a deeply disturbed drifter and serial eliminator with heavy chain beneath her clothes as she wanders northern England. At a gas station, she meets Miriam, a lonely and naive cashier who becomes infatuated with Eunice. Miriam leaves her life behind to join Eunice as they travel together. Miriam discovers Eunice's trail of crimes, but attempts to redeem her thoughts, in this case, through eventually loving and falling for her. But that leads her into her own path as she also starts, to fall into, her own darkness and her own dark, of herself. This one is available to watch on Netflix. Yes, this one is about a person that falls for somebody that ends up finding out that person was not who they thought that person actually was. But now you are in this dynamic. You want to be with the person, but it's also turning you into the worst version of yourself. But you don't want to leave the person. But then you later on you have to make a decision. But it's so difficult for you to leave. So there's a whole lot that goes on with the dynamic when it comes to, in this case, this movie. And then moving forward, we have Dreamers. It is a 2025 British LGBTQ plus drama film. The story follows Isio, a Nigerian lesbian immigrant who has lived undocumented in the UK for 2 years. After her Islam application leads to detention, Isio is sent to the Hashwash, in this case, removal center. While, in detention, she meets and falls in love with her, charismatic roommate Farah as they bond in ways that they definitely didn't thought they would bond because they are in the situation where they don't know, what's going to happen with them with the future and what is going to happen with the whole process. They actually end up creating this beautiful bond that led them to realize that no matter what, they will be there for each other through, in this case, thick and thin. But obviously they go through a lot in order to make, this unexpected reality to become a reality for them. This one is listed on movie, but obviously it all depends on your location because, even though it might be listed on movie doesn't mean that it's available to watch in all areas. It basically depends on your location. And I also want to say I don't know other platforms where you can watch it, but if you all know other platforms where you can actually go ahead and go watch this movie, please drop it down below in the comments. That will be very much, in this case, appreciated. Then moving forward, we have I Can Think Straight. This is personally one of my all-time favorite lesbian movies. It is a 2008 film. It follows Tala, who is actually preparing to get married. But during, the preparations of her wedding, she meets this amazing woman that basically turns her life upside down, which is Layla. When Layla comes in the picture, Tala's life turns upside down. Layla's life also turns upside down because they end up falling deeply in love with one another, but they know for them to be together, it will basically be impossible. So you can just see them going through a whole roller coaster ride of emotions, from liking each other, in this case, from being friends, liking each other, hooking up, going through an emotional route, then separating and coming back together, then separating and coming back together. And finally, at the end, we can see they have the happy ending, which just makes the movie even better. So if you guys want to watch this movie, I will highly recommend you all to go to Apple TV. And I know it's also available on other platforms as well, because like I said, this movie is very popular, like very popular. And I do feel like it might also be, and I'm sure it's also available on other platforms. I couldn't just found it, but if you guys know, I will highly appreciate if you can drop it down below in the comments. And then moving forward, we have Saint Mahud. It is a 2019 psychological horror film. The film follows Mahud, who is a devoted Christian nurse trying to save her patient Amanda. The film follows their repressed attraction and obsession. Their relationship is marked by a tense mix of spiritual intimacy and physical, fascination. Mahmoud becomes deeply hostile towards Amanda's lover, whose name is Carol, basically viewing their relationship as a threat to Amanda's soul. This conflict is often interpreted as jealousy masked as, she basically trying to protect her and be like, hey, you cannot be with this person because it's this person why you are so sick. You need to let them go. A whole lot that actually ends up going on. This movie is available to rent on Prime Video. Yes, for rent, but I do feel like on certain places, depending on your location, it might be available for free. Obviously, if you have, in this case, the platform. But yes, this is definitely a movie that I just came across right now while I was doing this list. So I don't have much details on it, but I will go ahead and go get a look at it, and hopefully, hopefully I will be doing a review on it because it definitely caught my attention. So yes, if you have any more details regarding the movie, please drop it down below in the comments. I will definitely appreciate that, in this case a lot. And then moving forward, we have Chuck Chuck Baby. It is a 2023 British musical romance film. The story follows Helen, a woman working in a poultry processing plant while living with her ex husband, his new girlfriend, their baby, and his mother. Her Mudan's life is transformed when her secret teenage crush Joanne returns to town. Things take a major turn as they both unbox feelings that were, long time hidden between them. The film explores the peak of a second chance to love that never got, an opportunity, and how they just realized that after years and years of being apart, and maybe they were just meant to be together, and maybe this is the time for them to go forward and basically explore this love that they never had a chance to genuinely explore. So this is basically a beautiful movie, not my type of cup of tea because it's a musical, but I still do feel like it deserved a mention, and that's why I had to come here and put it on the list as well. This one is also available to watch on Prime Video. Like I said, Prime Video has a lot of amazing lesbian movies. So yes, this one is also on there, also depending on your location. And if not, it might be available for rent or for purchase on the platform, as well. So that's basically it. Thank you. And let me know other amazing British UK movies down below in the comments. That will be very helpful. So possibly to do another list as well. I hope I see you guys again at the next video, and goodbye.